Ladies and gentlemen, Elite TV Man here. After an entire 8 days, episode 65 of Skibidi Toilet was finally released. And guys, this episode was, in my opinion, the best one we had yet. There was so much action and drama, and we even lost our beloved Titan cameraman in this one. So this episode does get pretty emotional. Before we get started, if you don't want to miss out on any Skibidi Toilet leaks, analysis, or any new information on the series, be sure to subscribe anyways. Let's get back into the video. Firstly, if you haven't watched my previous video, I made a bunch of predictions on what would happen in this episode, and it looks like all of them were correct. The location that this episode took place was the desolated airport back from episode 60. The reason I knew it's going to be the airport was because of the poles and antennas in the screenshot that the Roblox YouTuber Creekcraft showed off in his stream. Anyway, aside from that, the episode starts off with police sirens, and this is very strange because we haven't seen any police sort of activity in an extremely long time, right? As the first cameraman dies, we immediately encounter a police toilet. This is a new character we haven't seen before. And right as he kills the first cameraman, he gives POV cameraman a smirk, then runs off. Now, this new police toilet is very interesting because, as you can see, he has the exact same rockets that the Astro toilets have. This could mean that the Astro toilets now have a new upgrade, and this will greatly help them. Because, from what we've seen, Astro toilets are pretty useless for the most part, as they just die in a matter of seconds to any of the cameraman, to be honest. After the police toilet leaves, we see other toilets appearing from the background, and even Scientist Toilet shows up on site, already looking pretty menacing. Now, something I've been wanting to take a closer look at was this green chip on Scientist's toilet's ear. I couldn't really ever get a good glimpse of this chip on Scientist's toilet's ear, because from the previous episodes he was in episode 60, 62, he was only showing his other side of his head. Anyways, going back on the green chip, this is usually used when someone is being mind-controlled, so either this chip on Scientist Toilet's head is used to mind-control the other toilets, or he himself is being mind-controlled by an even bigger threat. But I guess we'll figure that out as the episodes go on. Next, G-Man. Toilet comes to the airport and sits next to the Scientist Toilet. Both Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman approach the site ready to take on all of them, but all the toilets and even Scientist Toilet end up running away, leaving G-Man Toilet in complete shock. He was probably thinking how he was going to 2v1 both of them, but he still had to complete his mission and end them. So to start off the battle, G-Man Toilet fires his lasers towards Titan Cameraman. Luckily, Titan Cameraman deflects them with his new shield upgrade that he got back in episode 64. To avert G-Man Toilet's attention, Titan Speakerman jumps over him and fires some shots at him. This gives a perfect opportunity for Titan Cameraman to shoot a beam at G-Man Toilet. After that, Titan Speakerman blasts his speakers right into G-Man Toilet. But G-Man Toilet quickly shakes him off to battle Titan Cameraman again. This brings us back to the screenshot that dafuqboom showed Creekcraft on stream. I'm bringing this up again because, as you can see, G-Man still has his lasers, and in the screenshot that Creekcraft showed on stream, he didn't have any lasers, which is pretty odd. Maybe dafuqboom was still working on the episode and didn't finalize it yet, or maybe he was trying to give us all a big laugh. Anyways, Titan Speakerman tries to flush G-Man down the toilet, and unfortunately this doesn't work, because in previous attempts to flush him, they were unsuccessful. So I'm not sure why Titan Speakerman tried flushing him down, but oh well, good try. As Titan Speakerman continues to give a quickie to G-Man Toilet until he completely gets blasted in the face with lasers like crazy. Titan Cameraman grabs his giant hammer and smashes G-Man Toilet from behind, removing the majority of his armor and lasers. As he does the third smash with the hammer to G-Man Toilet, G-Man starts to become very weak, and this is a great opportunity to finally end him once and for all. So Titan Cameraman starts beating him up with his fists. G-Man surprises Titan Cameraman with the most random lasers ever, but he blocked them with his shield yet again. Titan Speakerman regains his breath and jumps back onto G-Man Toilet to stab him in his eyes. This reminds me of the time in episode 47 where Titan Speakerman was stabbing Titan TV Man with his knives. Anyway, right after he ends up stabbing G-Man's eyes, his eyes immediately start flashing the colors of blue and sparking blue, which is oddly strange because wouldn't they start bleeding if he was real? As G-Man Toilet was in a very weak state, Titan Cameraman flames him with his fire and ends him, but to their surprise, it was a decoy G-Man Toilet, as seen by the exoskeleton within the head. As both of them were investigating the body, a whole entire force of toilets with nukes are heading towards both of the Titans. With quick thinking, Titan Speakerman quickly flies out of the sight, leaving Titan Cameraman with nothing but his shield. The nukes exploded, quickly cracking POV Cameraman's perspective, but as POV Cameraman regroups himself, we can see Titan Speakerman fainting on the ground but slowly getting up luckily, meaning he was in one piece and still fine. But as POV Cameraman turns to the right, we can quickly get a glimpse of the secret agent yet again, just like the one we saw back in episode 64. This shocked me very much because how could he have survived that massive nuke explosion? We already are aware he has the powers to teleport and go invisible, but now he has some sort of invulnerability to explosions? Getting back on the topic at hand, we can see Titan Cameraman completely on fire and in pieces, as one of his arms are destroyed as well as his camera's completely ruined now. Every time Titan Cameraman ends off a fight, he always gives us a thumbs up, showing us that we survived and killed the toilets, but this time he wasn't in the best spirit, as he gave us a thumbs down. Sadly, the episode ends off there, and in Titan Cameraman in horrible shape, it's safe to say he's dying. Some theories I'd like to say are, if the whole time they were fighting an imposter G-Man Toilet, who knows how long they could have been fighting this imposter? Maybe ever since episode 57, where POV Cameraman shot him, and he ended up fleeing to bring in an imposter to distract them the entire time. My second theory is if Titan Cameraman ends up dying, this might be the return of Titan TV Man, which, if you don't remember, had his last appearance back in episode 47, but all we can do is predict and estimate based on the information we have. Please pay respects to Titan Cameraman in the comments, and thank y'all for watching. If you want to see more analysis, leaks, and/or Easter eggs of Skibidi Toilet, be sure to subscribe. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.